is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. I got a lot planned for us today. Let's go to the chair. Right now. I don't need a glass. A working man don't drink a beer from a glass. Because that's what we're doing today. We're getting to work. Sorry, I didn't commit with my whatever that was. I'm sorry you had to see me like that. That was really weird. Maybe I'll continue that one day. Cracking open a cold one with the Sore Hands community. How you guys doing? The last Q&A that I did, I got a lot of follow-up questions on that one. I think I'm going to answer them tomorrow in the next morning session. We have some Julian Bream to get into. I think I'm pretty much only mentally prepared for that. I actually feel pretty good about practicing. I'm excited to get to the Morel second movement. I think it's basically memorized. I just need to dot a few I's. I bet I could play the majority of that from memory. That might be the first thing I do. So I'm going to start with that. Julia Florida, Arbe, they've been taking kind of a back seat because I feel like I've just been getting better at guitar with these pieces that I felt like I had been plateauing with. But things are just like happening now. Like the Presto that you just heard, I feel like the first half of that, at that speed, it was just like, it sounded good. You be the judge of that. It fell apart at the end. But I mean, if I can just get the second half as good as the first half, it's not any harder. I've just had it longer. Yeah, and the Morel Sonatina too. Stuff is just getting more solid. Plan on performing all this stuff at a local restaurant this upcoming Sunday. It'll be like Sunday morning. No one's gonna be there. I'm basically just gonna play through my repertoire for no one. But it'll be a good experience because it'll just be somewhere that's not my apartment. So I look forward to doing that. I'm gonna try to work it out where I'm there every Sunday. I'm doing it for free, of course, because I don't believe in paying musicians for work. It's just experience. That's all I care about. I probably won't even have a tip jar. Well, we can go ahead and get to practicing now. We're gonna talk more when we're watching the Breamster. So I'll see you in the piano bench. I got done teaching. It's not too late. Life ain't too bad, guys. At least on the surface level. There's all the existential horrors that you have to deal with life, but we're not including that. But all the stuff that I have right now, hey, it's not too bad. Coming from the void, being born onto this planet against my will, things could have turned out worse. I had no say in that. I was given this body and mind, and sometimes I feel like I have no control over it. It just kind of reacts to stimuli, and I just have to sit back and watch the horror show. But, you know, so far it steered me pretty alright. I'll see you on the other side. Alright, how about this? I know it hasn't been that long, but I want to try playing for you. I'm going to play the Morel. Well, let me bring it closer. I'm done playing the Morel second movement with sheet music. We're not doing that anymore. I don't do it with any of the other movements, so I'm just going to go for it. I'm not done practicing yet, but I do want to try to just play it. I've had like a little over a beer. I got another one. You might be thinking like, Cameron, you'll probably remember it better if you don't drink beer. Alright, check this out. You know what? I'm gonna have the sheet music out. You guys want to hear the full piece, I know. Alright, here we go. I messed up the fast part. I promise you, I can play that fast part and the stuff after the fast part. I can play it really well. I'm gonna use the take that you just heard, which is the second take. I did some stuff that I've never done before, and it felt really good. I promise you I can play it. I'll do it without even looking. I can play it. I don't know. It's so close to being memorized. That's the last time I'm gonna play with the sheet music for that, I promise. I feel like it's improved since the last time you heard it, slightly. I'm also a little buzzed. Yeah, imagine how good I would be if I wasn't buzzed. I don't know. Alright. Ooh, oops. Spilled some beer. I was gonna put you back to practice, but honestly, like, I don't know what I'm even gonna work on, because I'm not gonna work on Capriccio Arbe or Julia Florida. I could just keep banging out the Morel Sonatina. I don't really feel like doing that, though. I've been having, like, shorter practice sessions. They've only been lasting, like, an hour and 20 minutes, which isn't really that long. I need to hunker down. I'm not doing enough. I've been kind of lazy. Let's stop practicing for now. We have a Julian Bream video to watch. I think we left off with a cliffhanger on that one. I think he was going into the military or something like that, and now he's out of the military playing for a musical. Whoa, wow, I'm like excited now. Let's go to the computer. Let's see what the Breamaholic is up to. Oh my god, this documentary is so long. Alright, we're back at it again with the Bream. We haven't done a daily listening in a while. Have you guys noticed that? I'm sorry. I don't feel like listening to classical guitar right now. I literally have nothing I want to listen to. I just want to watch a documentary. Well, we're getting back to it. Am I depressed? What's going on today? Wow. I haven't had a sad session in a while. You guys remember those? The OG viewers remember the sad sessions. I used to have those pretty frequently. Alright, where do we leave off?
Presti and Alexandra Lagoya. But his most fateful...
Ooh, look at those boats looking like we're in SpongeBob.
...occurred in Suffolk, England.
Are those birds real?
Was invited to the Aldeburgh Festival.
So, he was in the military. I think he still is. I guess we'll get context as we watch. Let's actually watch the video.
To play the guitar with an ensemble called the London Harpsichord Ensemble. Got here in the afternoon and we rehearsed. We were in the Jubilee Hall and it sounded quite well.
The Jubilee Hall. Julian Bream is British.
Now, as you know, all theatrical stages are drafty. I had sorted out my music so that I could play it without a person turning over for me.
How many Kindles does that take? Quite a few.
Stuck together with sellotape, and it ran across 2 music stands.
Dude, at least you had your music printed out. That's pretty good.
So we started off this Giuliani.
Woo! Giuliani.
We were going quite well, and after about a minute or so, there was a huge draft, and the whole sheet, or actually as it happened, about 8 sheets of music that was stuck together, came off the music stand. And then suddenly, somebody jumped up from the front row and sorted out my problem and put it down, put the music back on the music stand. And I looked up because I was playing away and I was extemporizing like crazy, you see. And I looked up and there it was. Well, there he was. It was Benjamin Britten. It was the first time I met him. But I didn't shake hands, naturally, because I was playing away. I couldn't do that.
Naturally, yes. Of course you couldn't shake his hand. You're playing guitar. I'm sure he understood.
Benjamin Britten and Peter Pears put on a little...
Is Benjamin Britten a real guy? I thought that was like a fantasy character. Am I thinking of Benjamin Button? I'm pretty sure I've made that joke before.
...reception for us at Crag House. I think Peter Pears said, you know, I love Elizabethan lute songs. Would you mind just doing a couple with me, you know, for friends who were there? So I said, no, I'd be delighted.
Yeah.
We are going to sing and play for you some music from the England of Shakespeare. This great day of flowering in verse and music.
Great.
First,
sounds epic.
by John Dowland, Fine Knacks for Ladies.
Fine knacks for ladies. How's that one go?
Fine knacks for ladies, cheap choice.
Yeah? I didn't know what I was expecting.
Even you could pay the worth, but money cannot move.
Why is it to be so vulgar, though? That's what I want to know.
Of no
God, I hate looking at this knowing that this is going to be my future one day. There's going to be a point in my life where I think that this is cool. Ugh, that sucks. That's so painful to reckon with. Yeah, dude, that's dope. That's making me like unreasonably sad right now. It's fine. I'm fine.
So we tried a few Dowland songs, and it was a great pleasure.
And they were dope, dude. Did you hear that?
Accompany such a wonderful artist as Peter, in any case. But it was also a special pleasure for me because I'd learned for the first time to accompany and be aware of a singer breathing.
I remember when I became aware that there are singers just alive right now, and it was shocking. I'm used to it now. There were a few days there, though, where I was like, wow, people do that, and that's like their thing. It's rough.
It changed my whole concept of even my own solo playing. You know, I realised that phrasing was a terribly important thing. Although, as a young man, I did it very naturally, I could tell that when I was with a singer of the quality of Peter Pears, that, you know, the phrasing was as important, as in many ways, as the notes. And so I began to get very excited with my work with Peter Pears because I found it was a musical education as well as a pleasure.
I'm sorry, he's rehearsing at the moment. I'll get him to phone you when we've finished.
Dude, does Julian Bream play guitar even? Could they keep it down back there?
That's very good, George. That's fine. The balance is very good.
My name's Julian.
Shall we now go on to the last movement?
Yeah. Oh man, I'm getting like deja vu. We've seen this clip before in one of the first Julian Bream documentaries. It was the last movement and then he just started shredding. I wonder what I said. You guys are rocking the haunted house right now. Running out of frets there. Too bad there's not a superior instrument with more frets. Yeah.
To my mind, there was nobody like George Malcolm on the harpsichord. I mean, he played with such verve, with such vigour, and with such inventiveness. We had a small repertoire, but it was enough.
Okay, you know what? This is about the harpsichord now. What was this one about? Him playing with a singer? Is that how we're segmenting this? Is this why we're not even halfway done with this 2-hour documentary? Is because I only watched like 5 minutes of it at a time? Yeah. I think so. That's it for today. Sorry. I'm ready to wrap it up. I don't know. I'm in like an okay mood. It happens. I'm not super happy with how I practiced today. I just didn't get as much done as I wanted. We'll try again tomorrow. Alright, I'll see you in the outro. Hey, well, you know, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. And, yeah. Hey, want some guitar lessons? We won't use Kids Bop. That's a rule that I'm setting for all of you. No Kids Bop. I know that that's heartbreaking for most of you. What else we got? Comment questions? You guys have been leaving a lot of them. I'm going to answer comment questions in the next one. So, you know, look forward to that. All right. Yeah, I guess we can just kind of end it, you know? I've been working all day. It's been a good day, but I'm ready to call it quits. It's almost 11. It's actually pretty early. I didn't practice that much. I was upset about that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll see you tomorrow.